Hello and welcome. You join me in time trial mode today, I think. So, there's been a brand new Gran Turismo 7 update, which has given us the very exciting Z4, the BMW Z4. I'm joking there, it's not exciting whatsoever, but it gives us a new time trial to attack. So we're in the BMW Z4, and this is basically how I go about doing a time trial. I haven't done any laps yet whatsoever. I've never driven this car. It's a brand new car in the new update. I can already imagine, before I even turn a wheel on the track, that the brakes will be absolutely terrible, because it's a road car and we're on comfort soft tyres, which are not very good. So I'm going to go with I don't put the fastest time ghost in the world on to be able to beat it. I do it so I've got a good reference of the line and speed that I should be trying to take through the corners and braking. I'll be absolutely nowhere near it by the end of the lap, guaranteed. But right, so already it feels a little bit... Okay, that was the last corner, I didn't realise. Right, so this first lap, let's just find out how we go, see if we can actually get a lap in without a big mistake to start off with. Get somewhere near the go so I can follow his line. Braking nice and early. So the rear end wants to step out a little bit under power. No traction control on, so it's rear wheel drive it will do. Not the most powerful car in the world, but being a road car, not that slow either though. My mate used to have one of these. He never let me drive it either, annoyingly. I always wanted to drive it, but he never did. He's got another Beamer now. Saying that he forever had problems with it. It was one of those cars that was more in the garage than actually driven. Trying to keep it neat and tidy. I'm not actually the most familiar with this track. I'm trying to get around this track nicely as well. Way too slow into there. Right, that's a double apex really, and I took it as two individual corners. We could carry a lot more speed into there. Could do with being closer to the ghost so I can see what he's doing and whether he's braking or not for some of those corners. Right, this is a particularly more slightly get my words out in the end, slightly more difficult time trial for me, because I don't know the track very well. I do know it, I've driven around it, I'm not making massive excuses, but it'll take me a few laps to get back into the flow of it and remind myself. I don't play a lot of racing on this game anymore, I just do the time trials. So I have kind of forgotten where you can really push and where you can't, and exactly where the corners go. I feel like I went a little bit too high on the revs in second. Pretty smooth through there this time though. Feels quite nice to drive so far. Not saying I'm driving it particularly well, but it's easy enough to drive. It's not causing me too many issues. Rear wanting to come around a little bit on the brakes there into that corner. Nowhere near the ghost again, it dropped me by a mile. So in road cars especially, it's really important, as I mess up that corner massively, it's really important to try and carry the speed, because it takes quite a long time to actually build up speed. You've got to make sure that you don't scrub it off when you don't need to, which is quite difficult sometimes. It's like that, I didn't brake into there, just lifted. Just to balance the car in third gear, and same into here, really, a little dab of brake, but chuck it over the curb. Right, so we've improved by 1.3 seconds, or just over by the time we get to the line. 2 laps in. Right, see if we can get closer again to the ghost. And this is basically all I ever do to get these time trials done and get the goal time. braking a lot closer to the Ghost that time. He's got a lot better exit, carrying the speed a lot better on the exit and all the way through this section because of it. And I'm just dropping back and dropping back. I've even got 2 wheels on the grass, nearly 4. Really quite an easy car to drive this. Keep thinking I've got a bit of a moment going on, and then it just all sorts itself out quite nicely. I quite like jumping back on Gran Turismo now. I've been doing a lot of rallying recently, playing rally games. So it's quite nice to actually have a track where you know where you're going. And not have to do this massively intense focus on every single thing that the co-driver says to you whilst you're driving. That was a bit sketchy. A little lift through here just to balance it. Nice and early on the brakes, just so I could tilt it in early and then back on the power before the corner. Not that good, but gained a little bit more time. Nearly 3 temps, just below 3 temps. Excuse me. Down to a 40.9 now. Well, I said before I started that this car would be terrible on the brakes, but it feels absolutely fine. It's not too bad at all. Keep going a bit wide there with understeer. Probably change gear a little bit early, keep the revs down and avoid that. And still have more speed because of the lack of understeer, and I'll actually be going forward rather than scrubbing all my speed off going sideways, because the front tyres can't handle it. So I'm down this lap, and I need to stop talking and actually just focus on trying to keep with that Ghost, because it keeps getting away from me by an absolute mile right at the beginning. I could definitely improve this corner. I feel like I'm really slow through there every single lap. Even though this is a slow lap, I've actually improved coming out of that corner there. Gained a bit of time. Better through there this time maybe, yeah. So I'm half a second down on my time. Can I actually get it back? Try and avoid this curve. Quite a bad bounce it gives you if you don't. Well, I'm going to actually improve my time here. And I was half a second down about 3 corners ago, and I have. So there's a lot of time to be gained at the end of the track by just being neat and tidy. Just proved to me. We know that already, but it just proves it by actually seeing the time. I've just improved by, on what was a terrible lap, by just getting the last sector right. I'm going to short shift here this time, try and avoid that understeer as much. Still a bit of scrub on the tyres, but not too bad. Kind of feel a bit caught between gears in this car, a little bit, coming out of some of these corners. Don't know whether to be in 3rd or 2nd. It's like there, I could use 2nd gear through that corner, but seems to pick up nicely in 3rd on the exit. It drops me through that section so much, he's off. See ya. Not even a race. Just wants to dance around a little bit when you get on the power early, which is a bit difficult to deal with, but all good. I was thinking, can I go through there without a lift? But no, it just understeered wide a little bit. I've lost a little bit of time because of it. Missed that apex by a mile. And I'm just losing time all the way to the line. It's a shame because it was a decent lap. There you go, that last sector's crucial for me. Easily lost time this time round on this lap. So it's a 40.1 now. I have no idea whether that's a goal time or not. I'm not interested until I get to the point where I'm really struggling to get a better lap in, and that's when I worry about how well my effort has gone. But at the moment there's plenty of time to be found with a decent lap. I think I'm still quite I'm a little bit in rally mode, keep getting a bit of oversteer going. So I'm nearly 3/10 down on my last lap, which was my fastest so far. Tried to carry too much speed. I released the brake too early there, thinking I could just roll it into the apex, but I got a bit of understeer and went wide. Trying something different to carry a bit more speed in, but it didn't work. This is the problem when you get somewhere near your limit. You've got to search for ways to get a bit more speed out of it. Oh god, no! Woohoo! Nearly. Right, dirty tyres. Let's start a new lap. Drift our way through the last corner. I've got a bit of a cold, so I keep sniffing. I do apologise. Not the best start over the line, and my time's already void as well, so this lap doesn't matter, which naturally means I'll do my best lap yet. Keep over revving it, I think, coming out of there. I revved it right out in second gear then, it's lost me a little bit of time. I'm turning too early there, which means I've got to lift off to avoid the understeer. Little differences make a big difference when you're trying to gain the smallest little bits of time. Oh, I corrected something that didn't even happen. I thought my rear end were going to go a little bit because I was tightening up the steering, but it didn't. I corrected something that I felt was going to happen, but it didn't. Oops. Well, it doesn't really matter because I've already voided this lap from a mistake on the last one, so not to worry. 2 seconds down now after that mistake. 2 seconds. Whew. You can have a bit of fun in this car if you actually want to drive it slowly but get the rear end out. Right, let's try and get a decent lap in, nice and tidy. That was a good exit at the last chicane. You've got to get the line right so you can accelerate all the way through that last chicane. Slow to go fast. That's the closest I've stuck with the ghost out of there, and it's still not amazing. And I've picked up that understeer, so I've got to lift off massively through that corner to avoid going off onto the grass. Drifting the rear end into there. It's all a bit scrappy. All a lot scrappy. I've lost loads of time after a decent first corner. Good out of there though, that's quite good. Got the line nice for a good exit. Stay in third gear here and see if we can get the power down earlier. We have got the power down incredibly early, but it's just because we're going uphill, it's just not pulling. And then I've just not broke whatsoever into that corner, expecting it to scrub off the speed because I've realised we're going uphill, and it didn't. Anyway, my bad driving causing me issues again. Right, hopefully, although this lap is a waste, got 3 in a row, haven't even been counted. And there's this one now not going to count, right? So this one's not going to count. I'm going to just retry then, rather than do a full lap that don't count again. That's 4 in a row that would have been 4 laps that haven't counted. Might as well just restart. It's no difference. Bad line that really. Should be turned in later than that. Avoiding that kind of angle going over the curb, and then you can get the power down even earlier. Try 3rd gear exit out of here. Oh, it doesn't feel too bad actually. Big slide actually helps rotate the car, avoid that understeer, believe it or not, quite good. Might not have looked it, but it worked out alright. 2nd gear out of there. Trying to see if this 3rd gear actually does me any favours where I've been using 2nd gear for the exits. Probably does in the regard that I can get my foot down a bit earlier. Wouldn't cause as much understeer, but doesn't seem to pick up very quickly, so it is a 2nd gear exit on those, I think. It's like this last time I tried 3rd gear, I went nice and smoothly through the corner, but I didn't have any power up this hill. Same as this time because I've just short shifted for some reason. Oh, the correction midway through that corner can really mess you up. Right, I'm going too fast, or trying to go too fast through that corner. Right, come on. Just get a neat and tidy lap in, that's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for miracles. Neat and tidy, and nice and fast. Half the battle on these time trials, I always find, is you try to go too fast, and that's where you lose all your speed. It's counterintuitive, is racing sometimes. Yeah, I don't think it bothers with 2nd gear there. Maybe it does, I don't know. Well, let's control this so I could actually power out nicely. No understeer this time. Ooh, lost the rear end, but it wasn't actually too slow. Happy days. Comes out of there really quickly. I probably, not pushing it enough on the exit, but it seems to come out of there really quickly, Ghost. You just got to be patient with that corner. You got to wait till you go over the bump and then accelerate. It's so tempting to start accelerating before you hit that bump at like the apex. This feels like a decent lap. I don't know time wise it is, but it's felt like one of my better laps. It still wasn't amazing, it still could have been better. 39.9, so it was actually my fastest lap so far, which is good. I'm into the 39s, whatever that means. I don't even know what that means. It's a silver, a gold or what, but we'll find out when we have a quick look in a minute. Inevitably I'm getting closer and closer to the point where I don't think I can improve much without giving it a massive session, that is. We're not far off so far this lap, so if we can just gain a little bit of time here and there, should be able to get a slightly faster lap again. 1.2 tenths up, coming out of there, on the delta at the bottom. I could still be neater and tidier through these corners. definitely been neater through here. Oh, I've turned in too early. Not too bad, but I hit that curb quite badly. I've missed that apex by a mile, but keep my foot in, get the rear end to come round. Nice and early on the power onto the straight. Yes, slight improvement. It's going to be 0.2, just over 0.2, nearly 0.3 by the end. 2.5 better. And let's go again with a few more laps, but I feel like I'm getting about there for my effort, if I'm honest. Feels pretty decent, but not amazing. I think it'll be close to a gold time. This Ghost is on another level. I can't stay with him even at the beginning, but it is the fastest time that anyone's done, like, so granted I'm never going to stay with him, but it's just so quick, you can't even stay close. Sometimes you can outbrake them and stuff like that, especially into the first corner, because normally they've lost you by the second one, but big slide, which I don't need. Other than that, it was quite neat through there. Right, if I nail this last corner, I could probably improve. I thought that was quite good, but no, not an improvement. I'll give it another one more go. Let's give it. If I get anywhere near improving this time round, I'll try it again. If I don't, then I'll call it a do. See where I've come. Double turning for that apex there, for that corner. I feel like I've got completely not concentrating and just hit the barrier. Okay, I was just about to say, I feel like I've got my steering a bit tight from my rallying. Oops. Right, well, in that case, seems like a good time to see where I came. Ooh, 5. Alright, okay. Nice. Not too bad. Right, so it's a 139.7 and it puts me 1,763rd in the world. But I think that's pretty safe. I judge it by that comparison to top cars, 2.47%. I reckon that'll keep me in the gold. I reckon I'll finish that with a gold time. How fast are they going? 37.3. So like over 2 seconds quicker that time is that guy's done. The Ghost I was following. 2 seconds quicker, Jesus Christ. 2 seconds? It's more than 2, it's like 2.5 seconds. Okay. Whew. 2.5. No, I'm gonna have to have another go at that. 2.5 seconds quicker. I think this third gear, I could be onto something using third gear instead of second gear in places, not everywhere. Well, that was a bad start. Never mind, we're on the straight. Can't get this bit wrong. 2.5 seconds. I know I don't play the game much anymore, but I'm not that bad, am I? It's a tuning one. How is he going so fast through those first two corners? Again, I know I'm not the fastest in the world, like, but 2.5 seconds. Proper surprised at that. He absolutely flies out of there as well, and it's not really a corner you can make much difference in, or it feels like it isn't. Try and come out of here in third gear. Just get on the power a lot. Oh god, not a lot earlier because we've gone deep. We'll completely mess that up. Right, I'm going to change tacks for this next lap and see if I can, apart from the first corner, see if I can actually brake a lot earlier and make everything a lot smoother so nothing's heavy on the brakes, because it's a bit susceptible to the dip and everything as this car, I feel of it. Oh, the rear end, I need to loosen up the steering as well. Right, so here I'm going to brake really early. Try and roll it in a lot more, so I don't slide the rear end and then I just drift all the way around, completely the opposite of what I wanted to do. Here, just roll it in a lot more. Try and keep that minimum apex speed a bit higher by not being so heavy on the brakes and rolling it in. A bit more of that here as well. Brake really early, make sure we get it stopped. You know, from this point just roll it all the way through and then back on the power. I feel like that's the way I need to be doing it, setting up the corners a lot earlier than I've been doing. Been reacting on the brakes to them rather than getting the speed right in the first place to then not have to brake and be able to power through the corner. I've been doing it right on this last corner but not really applying it to the rest. I'm setting decent lap times but not quite back in the 39s, so 240s in a row. Third gear exit. Didn't feel too bad. That slide just kills me every time out of that corner. Luckily it's not the longest run to the next corner so I don't lose too much time, but if it was a long straight after that corner I'd be losing loads of time every single lap. Well, I'm still losing time but not as much as it potentially could be. Braking early enough so I can accelerate all the way through the apex, through the whole corner. And just a little lift into that one to get it turned into the apex. Back on the power nice and early here. Well, nearly taken a second off that last lap, so that was better. And it'll actually be my fastest time. 39.3. So there is time there. Well, I know there is when it's 2.5 seconds to the bloody guy I'm following. Third gear exit this time out of here. Get the foot down as early as I possibly can, which is a nice exit as well. It's turned out well. Short shift into fourth here to avoid going too wide. Down one gear and then a late change into second because the rear end dances around into there on the brakes. Late apex here so you can accelerate all the way through. And down here, smooth is fast, fast. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And wait till you get over the apex bump on this corner till you start accelerating again. So otherwise the rear end just kicks like that. Don't even listen to my own advice. This one is just slow again, slow to be fast. Got to make sure you get that apex nice and early so you can get back on the power as early. As it's pretty much as soon as you're hitting that apex and you know you're going to hit it or get somewhere near it, you're back on the power, ready for the exit. And then this is just line it up, roll it through nice and smooth as you can through there. You don't want to be aggressive whatsoever on the steering or the brakes. For a 139.5. So again, not too bad a lap, but it's a long time since I feel like I've broke this hard. Not the best into there, but I didn't actually have the wiggle on the exit, the oversteer on the exit, which is about the first time in 10 laps I've avoided it. 3/10 down on my time, but that's not to say I can't beat it if I'm really, really nippy through this bit. I was going to say I'm going to try come out of there in third gear, but I outbroke myself a little bit. Couldn't quite get it turned in early enough to make it work. I'm pretty bad at trail braking. I've been left foot braking for about 2 months because I've played so much rallying. And I've got worse at trail braking. I sometimes leave it a bit, I'll trail brake a bit early and then I'll leave myself going a bit too fast into apex. Not early, late. I don't do it well enough, I ain't got the control like I used to. Anyway, I'm going to do one more lap, and I mean that's it. Yeah, that's the best I'm doing. Third gear exit. Really slow. It's all good using third gear, but you've got to get the corner right to do it, to make it work. Reminds me of Brands Hatch, like what, the 5th corner or something at Brands Hatch? Druids? Is it Druids? No, it's Surtees or something. I'm going too deep on the brakes there. I'm having to gather it up as I'm going through the apex rather than being able to think about being aggressive at the apex. I'm trying to still get it broke and turned in and waiting to see if I get through the corner properly and then trying to get back on the power, so I'm braking too late basically. I'm doing it, I'm getting through the corner and there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm losing time because I'm not getting back on the power as soon as I'm getting to the apex. I'm still like on the brakes thinking, oh god, am I going to make it, am I going to make it? So that's one corner, definitely improve on and make time from. Right, I said one last go, I'm just going to try to improve on that one corner and see how it goes, and obviously the rest as well, but see if it makes much difference if I get it right. I'm going to really short shift through here. I'm in 4th gear already, which is a bit odd, but it allows me to not understeer too wide. Third gear exit here as well, just putting my foot down mega early. Felt like the calmest lap out of them all so far, but actually quite quick as well. Right, early braking here. And now I've got a chance to actually. I didn't make the most of it, but I did do what I said. I broke early enough to be able to attack the apex. I did terribly at it though, and I went too fast and got understeer and went wide. So it wasn't brilliant, but my theory was right. It's the way to do it. I just didn't execute it very well at all. Anyway, I'll cross the line and call it a do. So, what did I get into? Did I get a 39.3 in the end? So about 2 seconds off the fastest time in the world now. 912th though, I'm in the top 1,000, that's always good. Yeah, so just over 2 seconds off. Wow, quite a time that guy's done. Don't get me wrong, it's not that hard a car to drive, but to get that kind of time out of it, it is. It's just carrying the ultimate speed and braking very, 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 very well. Right, anyway, without much further ado, I will leave it at that. Thank you very much, take care, see you again soon, bye for now. Hopefully that's given you some kind of idea of what to do to try and get a gold time. Give it a go, see what you get. Bye bye.